So just some reminders before we get into the video. First reminder is to make sure that you're keeping an eye out and an ear out for the key word for this lesson. Reminder number 2 is to make sure you're taking notes. Include the date, lesson number, aim, and standards to help you refer back in your notes. Let's get to it. So today we're going to be talking about lesson 6, which is how do we use different strategies to add and subtract integers. So in the last 2 lessons, we learned how to add integers and then how to subtract integers. So now we're just going to be putting them together today, just to go over some of the strategies that we have learned, specifically for addition. We know that so if we have the same sign, we're either going to go in 2 directions. So that's the first question. Do we have the same sign? So for the answer yes, we have in our example -5 plus -2. We're going to add them up. Combine the values to get 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then we're going to keep the sign. If there are not the same signs, then we're going to find the difference. So the difference between 9 and 3 is 6. And we're going to take the sign of the larger absolute value. Okay, so that deals with your addition strategies. For subtraction, we want to focus on your double bubble strategy. So if you have your -6 minus 4, you want to make sure that you are bubbling each term and including the sign in front. So we have -6, you have -4. If we separate those two and add them, we're going to get -6 plus -4, and then redirect to our addition integer rules. So we have 6 plus 4 is 10. They're the same sign. So we keep the sign, and our answer is -10. Okay, let's look at the first practice problem. In our question, we have 1 1/4 minus 1/12. So we have that double negative, which means a negative times negative is a positive. So we're going to change this to 1 1/4 plus 1/12. If you add these up, you're going to get a positive 1 1/3. Okay, so now we are dealing with a word problem for number 2. Mark's account was overdrawn by $973.82. He made the following transactions. What was his account balance after? Account balance after the transaction. So if we have something that's overdrawn, that means it's going to be negative. So overdrawn is a negative $973.82. I want to know whether my transactions were something that's going into my account or being taken away. So let's do positives. So for adding money into our account, we have a check deposit, If we have money coming out of our account, withdrawals are negative, automatic debit is a negative, and paying bills. So if we have multiple items that are going to be negative, negative, and a negative, can't we add them since they're all negative values? So we want to take 973.82, 62.50, 102.75, and then I'm going to take 94.33. I'm going to add these all up. So the answer we get is $1,236.10. And that is a negative value because we're all adding up all of the negative values together. And then we're going to add $33.65 for the deposit. The answer we're going to get is $1,202.45. And that would be negative $1,202.45. Okay, let's move on to the third problem. So the third problem, you're going to try on your own. You're going to pause the video, and then you can come back and check your answer. So Bobby dove 10.5 feet towards the ocean floor. What elevation would Bobby be after swimming 4 3/4 feet towards the surface? So what the easiest way to do this, I always suggest draw a picture, as you can see. So here is 0 feet. That's the surface. Draw water. If Bobby dove already 10.5 feet, so negative 10.5 feet, if he travels towards the surface 4 3/4 feet, we want to know where he is in terms of the elevation. So we have negative 10.5, and we're going to add 4 3/4. If I see that I have a negative and a positive, I know my answer is going to have the sign of the larger absolute value, which in this case is your negative 10.5. So my answer is definitely going to be a negative number. When you use the calculator, you're going to get negative 5 3/4. Or if you want to have decimals, you could do negative 5 and 0.75 feet. And that's your answer. All right, so make sure if you have any questions, you ask me, and good luck on your practice.